Today we're going to work on the target of saying a number 1, 10 and 100 more or less up to 1 million. You can see here I've made a 6-digit number and that number is 846,873. I quickly look at my number and see if there's any of those tricky numbers, 0s and 9s, in this number, and there's not. Because I know, I'm looking out for those because I know a 0 always rolls back to a 9 and a 9 rolls onto a 0. And those are the ones that can cross the places. But this one's an easy, straightforward one. So if I want to add, say, the number 1 more, I go to the 1s place and 3 1s becomes 4 1s, making this number 846,874. If I want to go add another 10, 7 10s will become 8 10s. That stays the same. It will be 846,884. Now I can do the same by adding, saying the number 100 more. I just add another 100. 800 becomes 900. And it becomes 846,984. I can carry on and extend myself by adding on 1,000 if I wanted to. Beyond the target, 6,000s would become 7,000s. 847,984. I could continue with the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands. Now I'm going to work on saying the number before by saying 1, 10 or 100 less than the given number. So I've made another 6-digit number. It is 972,653. And I have a quick look through, there is a 9, but because I'm becoming smaller, it's not going to be a problem. It's only a problem when I'm saying the numbers more than. So I'm going to take away 1. So it was 972,653. It's going to become 1 less. So it's going to become 972,652. Now I'm going to say the number 10 less than this. So I'm going to go to I know 10 less than 5 10s is 4 10s. So the number becomes 972,642. I'm going to say 100 less. 972,000, it's not going to be 642 anymore, it's going to become 542. I can carry on doing that with the other numbers just as I have been before. I'm going to challenge myself a little bit more. It's a bit of a trickier number. I can see I've got a 0 and a 9 in this number. And when I say the number 1 more, I'm going to have to think carefully about those and see which one it might change the next place. So 1 more than 0, oh, that actually isn't much too hard. I had 766,590, so I've now got 76,591. It's here at the tens place where I have to add 1 more. I'm going to actually cross between the tens and the hundreds. I'm not going to have 9 tens anymore. It's going to be changed to an extra 100. So that's going to roll, a 9 rolls onto a 0. So the 5 hundreds is going to become 600s. So now I've actually got 766,601. If I add, carry on with the place values, it's much the same as before. This time I'm going to say the numbers 1, 10 and 100 less, and it's going to be tricky because I can see that there's some zeros in this number. So if I say, what is 1 less than 960,302, that's not too tricky. It's now 960,301. Now, I want to say the number 10 less than 960,301. That's tricky. I'm going to have to cross here, so I know that that goes back. The 0 rolls back to a 9. It's not going to be 300s anymore. I'm going to have to go back across the hundreds and it'll be 200. So the number now is 960,291. If I want to take 100 from that number, it's 100 smaller than 200 is obviously 100. So it's going to be 960,191. I'm going to be tricky again. I've got another 0. I'm going to extend myself because there's a 0 in the thousands. So there's nothing in the thousands place, so I'm going to have to roll back again to a 9, and that means it won't be, and it's going to cross into the next place. It's not going to be 60,000, it's going to be 50, so it would make the number 959,191.